Blitzkrieg, lightning warfare is a word used to describe a combined arms surprise attack, using a rapid, overwhelming force concentration that may consist of armored and motorized or mechanized infantry formations, together with artillery, air assault, and close air support. The intent is to break through an opponent's lines of defense, dislocate the defenders, confuse the enemy by making it difficult to respond to the continuously changing front, and defeat them in a decisive Vernichtungsschlacht, a battle of annihilation. German maneuver operations were successful during the campaigns of 1939 to 1941, involving the invasions of Belgium, the Netherlands, and France, and, by 1940, the term Blitzkrieg was being extensively used in Western media. Blitzkrieg operations capitalized on surprise penetrations, such as that in the Ardennes forest, the Allies' general lack of preparedness, and their inability to match the pace of the German attack. Despite being common in German and English-language journalism during World War II, the word Blitzkrieg was never used as an official military term by the Wehrmacht, except for propaganda, and it was never officially adopted as a concept or doctrine. After becoming Chancellor of Germany in 1933, Adolf Hitler ignored the provisions of the Treaty of Versailles. Within the Wehrmacht, which was established in 1935, the Command for Motorized Armored Forces was named the Panzerwaffe in 1936. Guderian summarized combined arms tactics as the way to get the mobile and motorized armored divisions to work together and support each other to achieve decisive success. Use of armored forces was crucial for both sides on the Eastern Front. Operation Barbarossa, the German invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941, involved a number of breakthroughs and encirclements by motorized forces. The surprise attack resulted in the near annihilation of the Soviet Air Force by simultaneous attacks on airfields, allowing the Luftwaffe to achieve total air supremacy over all the battlefields within the first week. On the ground, four German panzer groups outflanked and encircled disorganized Red Army units, and the marching infantry completed the encirclements and defeated the trapped forces. In late July, after 2nd Panzer Group, commanded by Guderian, captured the watersheds of the Dwina and Dnieper rivers near Smolensk, the panzers had to defend the encirclement, because the marching infantry divisions remained hundreds of kilometers to the west. The Germans conquered large areas of the Soviet Union, but their failure to destroy the Red Army before the winter of 1941 to 1942 was a strategic failure and made German tactical superiority and territorial gains irrelevant. The Red Army had survived enormous losses and regrouped with new formations far to the rear of the front line. Guderian summarized combined arms tactics as the way to get the mobile and motorized armored divisions to work together and support each other to achieve decisive success. Guderian believed that developments in technology were required to support the theory, especially by equipping armored divisions, tanks foremost, with wireless communications. Guderian insisted in 1933 to the High Command that every tank in the German armored force must be equipped with a radio. At the start of World War II, only the German army was thus prepared with all tanks being radio-equipped. That proved critical in early tank battles in which German tank commanders exploited the organizational advantage over the Allies that radio communication gave them. All Allied armies would later copy that innovation. During the Polish campaign, the performance of armored troops, under the influence of Guderian's ideas, won over a number of skeptics who had initially expressed doubt about armored warfare, such as von Rundstedt and Rommel. While he was conducting a light infantry operation, Rommel had perfected his maneuver warfare principles, which were the very same ones that were applied during the Blitzkrieg against France in 1940. During the Battle of France and against his staff advisor's advice, Hitler ordered that everything should be completed in a few weeks. Fortunately for the Germans, Rommel and Guderian disobeyed the General Staff's orders, particularly those of General Paul Ludwig Ewald von Kleist, and forged ahead, making quicker progress than anyone had expected, on the way inventing the idea of Blitzkrieg. It was Rommel who created the new archetype of Blitzkrieg by leading his division far ahead of flanking divisions.